Welcome back to Casual Buys Rugby. As you know, the Boks squad was announced on Tuesday to play the Wallabies Saturday at Loftus Versveld. This morning I woke up, saw the Wallabies squad was announced, which means tomorrow we'll have a match preview. We'll break down the game a bit more in depth, as well as look at the betting odds. But for now, it's just a team announcement. Let's get into it. Starting off with the front row, James Slipper, the captain, Dave Barecki, as well as Alan Alatua in the front row. Now, this is interesting because Oxenchair has been ruled out for the game on Saturday, which means Steven Kitshoff just slots in and starts the game, which doesn't make life any easier in the scrumming facet for the Wallabies. But Alan Alatua is probably more focused on the fact that Eben Etzebeth isn't playing because of this infamous photo after the Korabeti tackle on Mapimpi. Moving on to the locks, we've got Nick Frost and the giant, the beast, the big man, Will Skelton, coming in from the top 14. I mean, of all people, Marvin Orie came out and said that the South Africans aren't afraid of the frame of a Will Skelton. Now, I don't have a problem with Marvin Orie saying this, but I probably think it shouldn't be him saying it. Maybe someone like a Ivan Roos or a Dwayne Vermeulen or something. But I mean, it will be interesting to see how Will Skelton goes. Does he get the running meters that go forward against the likes of the South African defence? And we pride ourselves on it and being physical. So does he get the Wallabies on the front foot when it comes to the attack? Moving on to the Lucies, we have our first debutant, Tom Hooper, starting the game, which is interesting. I thought they might have gone for Pete Samu and then bring Tom Hooper from the bench. But maybe he's the link that was missing in that Lucy facet of the game for the Wallabies. Alongside Tom Hooper is Michael Hooper, one of the best players to ever do it in my opinion. Brilliant at the breakdown. He'll probably try and disrupt the breakdown for the South Africans as well. That is his main role. And then Rob Valentini in the number 8 jersey. In moving on to the backs, you have Nick White. He's probably there having a big smile seeing Faf de Klerk isn't playing. Otherwise he would have received another beach slap. But I mean, I do like Nick White. The South Africans have some opinions about the guy, but I mean, I do enjoy characters in the game of rugby. And another character in the game of rugby, Quade Cooper. Got to South Africa, asked for a cool barber. I mean, the guy's super flary. One of my favorite players to watch. Creates attacks out of absolutely nothing. Very scary to deal with. So that combination of a Nick White, Quade Cooper as the halfbacks, very scary. Moving on to the centre combination, you have Reece and Len Ikitau. I mean, I'm not too surprised that Reece is starting, because Eddie Jones spoke a lot about the kicking tactics, whether it's long kicking, short kicking, attacking kicking, all these tactical kicks. And Reece fits perfectly into that system. If the Wallabies want to play a physical, dominating game to win penalties and slot them to goal, you have Quade Cooper for the shorter kicks and Reece to slot it from 60 out. I mean, it's a great asset to have in your locker. But I am surprised. With saying I'm not surprised. I am also surprised to see Samu Krevi back and he's not starting. Because as we know, he gave South Africa the shits 2 seasons ago when we played twice against the Wallabies in Australia. Lost both games just with him being absolutely unstoppable, unplayable. One of the best centres in the world, probably top 3 when it comes to the inside centres in world rugby. Moving on to the back 3, we've got Korabeti. He's happy Mapimpi isn't playing because he dunked on him. Obviously, guys, this is just banter. And then you have Vunivalu. I'll just skip past it because I don't know anything about Vunivalu. And then Tom Wright, who in my opinion was one of the standout players for Australia when they had the injury crisis last season. One of the breakthrough players in my opinion. Moving on to the reserves, where there's 3 debutants. I don't know much about any of the reserves, to be honest, except for Pete Samu and a Krevi. Tate McDermott at the scrum of replacement, also very good. But I mean, I can't even pronounce Jordan Ulesi, Matt Gibbon, Zayn Ngar, and Richie Arnold. I mean, two of those are debutants. I don't know anything about any of them. As I said in the previous video, I didn't watch much of the Super Rugby until about the end, where there was mostly just New Zealand teams left. Pete Samu, we know he loves some free running room. Very, very strong, makes meters. Samu Kurevi, running at tight bodies, scary figure, man. And then Carter Gordon, debutant, made a breakthrough. I think he plays for the Rebels. Very good player. I don't have too much to say further. I don't want to go into the preview because that's coming tomorrow, as I said. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. As I said, just a team announcement video. Very interesting squad. It's like talent mixed with experience all the way through. Will be interesting to see how Eddie decides to take this game on, because they've got the flair, they've also got the strength up front. Let's get into it tomorrow. See you then.